Hello, hello, hello. My name is Joana Mercado, and I'm here because your coach really love you and want to support you. And your coach asked me to come and share with you my experience being a vegetarian and being a vegan. So I am going to start this short video sharing with you this. This video is not an intent for you to change your position, your perspective about vegetarian or being a vegan. This is not an intent of me to convince you to try what I did or check experiment with what I experiment. This is just me telling you my own story, my own journey going through WildFit as a vegetarian and as a vegan. Okay, so the first thing that I want to share is why I'm a vegetarian, why I'm a vegan. So when I went to my honeymoon, um, I went to my honeymoon and I went to my honeymoon in New Zealand. And one thing that you need to know about New Zealand is the land of baby animals. It is like impossible. Like everywhere you see animals. Like you see baby animals everywhere. So I remember being in the car with Justin driving with my husband, and I will be just looking into the hills and seeing all the baby animals and the baby deers and the baby sheeps. And the special thing about the sheeps was that you always have twin sheep. So you have mommy and the two babies, one on each side. It was the cutest thing. And I love it. I love animals. And then in New Zealand, I love them more because it was like the land of baby animals. One day we stopped in a small town, a small little village to have lunch. And then I don't remember what Justin had, but I remember that I had a seafood paella, so rice and seafood. And I was eating, and at my left there was a lamb being cooked, like the entire body. And I don't know why we started talking about it. And then Justin told me this. He was like, "Yeah, all the lambs are boys." I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, because rams are very territorial and aggressive. So farmers don't like to have more than one ram in their farm. So when they have to pick in the babies, the twins, they always let the twin girl leave, and the twin boy is the one that gets killed and the one that we eat. So 99% of the ones that we eat are the boys." And that just feel like a stuck in my heart. I feel so bad that I take my plate of seafood and I'm like, I don't want to eat any more meat for now. And I started being a vegetarian. I was a vegetarian for a little bit 3 years, and then I turned into being a vegan. So I was being a vegan for around a year when I did the first time the challenge. And I did the first time the challenge by myself with just the videos. And I didn't have an amazing coach like you have right now to support you and to answer questions and to help you through. So in week 6, when they remove completely and we take vacation of everything that we take vacation, I follow all the enhancements because I'm also a type A perfectionist. So I follow every single thing that Eric said because I want to be 100% adherence to the program. And then in week 6, I felt really low of energy and really dizzy and not feeling very good. But I keep telling myself, don't worry, it's the keto rush and you are going to get over this and we got this and we are going to be better. And then Monday came and we did a check-in. I was doing a check-in. I was hearing some people sharing, and I started making some research, and then I started hearing people saying, yeah, and in week 7 I had all this energy and I started losing weight, and now I don't have a lot of sleep, and I start like seeing all this feedback from what people experience in week 7. And then I was still in my couch like, I don't have energy, I cannot move. I was like napping, like if I could like nap all day, I will nap all day. At that time, I was still working for corporate America, and I had to call my boss and say, I'm not feeling good. I need to take some time off. That is how bad I was feeling, how few energy I had to function. Like I remember saying, like, I cannot even pull my own glass of water to drink, and I got frustrated. I was like, all these people are having these amazing results, and I don't, and I'm following everything. What's wrong? So I started making some research, and by Wednesday, I found that I probably was not having enough protein. So after a lot of research, I decided to add eggs back into my diet. And I found an organic farm that I was able to make sure that I see how the chicken live. It was a pasture feed place where the chickens were actually eating real food, no corn. And I knew that the chickens were living a good, happy life, and I was eating eggs that were happy, not in cages in a horrible situation. And I started putting eggs. And so Thursday I started putting eggs, and then I also increased my Alka-Geyser. So I started drinking 3 big glasses, 16 ounces glasses of Alka-Geyser, and I start feeling better, and the energy start coming back. So the first thing that I will tell you, if you're a vegetarian, a vegan, and you are in week 6, week 7, and you're feeling like that, I hear you, I feel you. Please make sure that you are drinking a lot of water. Please make sure that you are drinking 16 ounces of Alka-Geyser 3 times per day, in the morning, in the afternoon, and the evening. And please make sure that you are eating enough healthy fats. So make some research as your coach for some healthy fats, for the famous fat bombs, and make sure that you have fat bombs and you have healthy fats in your diet. And then the fourth one that I will invite you to do is consider what are your reasons, because as I told you in the beginning of the video, I'm not trying to convince you to do anything. But if your reasons are ethical, I will invite you to maybe reflect and see if you can find an ethical source of eggs, and have eggs during the spring. Okay, so that was the first time that I did that one as a vegan, and then I transitioned back into a vegetarian, where I was putting back some honey and then some eggs. Then the next time that I did the challenge, that I did the spring, because I usually do spring with my clients in my teams. So I was doing it with them. And then this time I was in Norway. I was working with Eric. I was coaching with him a speaking academy challenge, 5 day, very intensive, in a resort. Like we were staying there, eating there, doing the coaching there. And the first day that we went to the restaurant, to the buffet, something really weird happened that never happened before. I start smelling the beef and the chicken, and I start craving it. Like it was crazy. Like I never craved meat before. Like not even when I was not vegetarian, I craved meat like that. And I will tell you, like when I became vegetarian, I will get sick if I see people eating meat. Like I will see people eating meat and I will be like, there will be times that my husband will have like very bloody, like meat, the one that you cut and the blood gets. And then at the time I would be like, ugh. So that was me. I went from a year ago to be like sick to my stomach to see meat, to actually smell it and crave it. And I'm like, no. Joanna, come on. Hello, drink water. This is the jet lag. We are in Europe time. You don't have enough sleep. You are in Norway. There is never dark in Norway. Like the sun gets down like at 1 o'clock in the morning and gets up like at 3 o'clock in the morning. No. This is just you tired. I let it go. We keep working. Second day, the same. And then I will tell you guys, like the craving was a craving from here, like deep in my gut. Like it was my body. She was like pulling me, like, come on, I want meat. Come on, craving meat. Give me a little bit of that chicken. Give me a little bit of that beef. And I was like, okay, something is wrong. The third day, we were going to be in an outdoor patio. And then so we were going out of our classroom. It was like an L shape. And I had to walk through that L shape to move from the classroom to the patio. And I have to pass through the restaurant. And I passed through the restaurant, and just passing through, I feel the same. So then I went to the patio and I found Eric, and I'm like, okay, Eric, something very weird is happening to me. I need help. This is weird, crazy. I'm losing my mind. Help me. We start talking, and then we start trying to figure out what what was going on. So he listened to me, we talked, blah, blah, blah. And then he asked me, for how long have you been a vegan? And I said, well, it's been almost 2 years. He was like, okay, are you taking any B12? And I was like, no, because I just decided to be a vegan and I never like learned or went deep into being a vegan. So I was like, no. And then I learned that day that the way that we take B12 is by animal protein. And B12 stays in our body for 18 to 24 months. And after that, our body starts telling us, hey, I need B12, I need meat. So there's a lot of vegans and vegetarians that actually supplement B12, but I didn't. So the next thing I'm going to tell you is, if you're a vegetarian, you're a vegan, and you're doing the challenge and you are not taking B12 supplements, I will highly suggest you to find a good source of B12 supplements to supplement your need for B12. Okay, so I was like, this is so weird. Like, my body's actually needing this B12 and it's making me crave. And I just went, put my lunch, and then just sit down. I had this beautiful view, like we were like in the top of a hill with like a big lake and mountains and those green, dark green and light green shades in the hills, and the sky was blue. Was like one of those Hallmark movie landscapes. And I started eating and I had a breakthrough. So, okay, I'm being for the last 3-4 years taking care of other beings, of animals, because I don't want animals to die because of me. I don't want animals to suffer because of me. I don't want to be the cause of pain of animals and eat them. So for the last couple of years, I've been taking care of them because I was vegetarian because of an ethical reason. So I was putting them first, and that was fine for a lot of years. But now that I was in a spring and my body was running out of B12, my body was asking me for this. My body was telling me, hey, I need this. And I said, like, why am putting the animals above me, above my own body? Why am putting them above me? So that night, I made the decision to listen to my body. I made the decision to pay attention to what my body needs. And at that moment, I realized that my body needs meat. So the next morning, I went and put some chicken, grilled chicken, and it tastes delicious. I was like, oh my God, this is the most delicious thing that I ever taste. It tastes really good. And it was almost like my body was like, yes, 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 yes. She's finally paying attention. She's listening to us. She's giving us what we need. So my body was very happy with me having some of that meat. And after that, I decide I'm still vegetarian. I'm a vegetarian 70-80% of the time of the year. And then 25-30% of the time when I'm in spring, I allow my body to tell me what she needs. And if my body asks me for meat, then I honor her, I honor my body, and I give her meat. There are times that it doesn't ask me for it, that I don't have cravings for it, and I don't eat it. But if I'm having the craving, if I'm having the desire to eat it, I know that that is her, that is my body telling me that I need to have it, and I follow it. I want to tell you that story, not because I want to convince you, it's because I know, and I'm hearing from several clients that they don't know this. So when they start craving me, they start feeling scared because what is going on, what is happening here. I want to tell you that is normal, especially if you're going on deep spring, especially if you are going for too long of a period without any kind of animal protein. And at that point, you have two options. You have the option to experiment like I did for the spring season, or if you definitively are vegan, vegetarian with religious decision, or you just cannot even think on having an experiment, I respect that, and thank you for taking care and caring about the animals. I love you for that. What you can do is know that it's normal, do a lot of breathing, do a lot of breathing exercises, and concentrate on your sprouted legumes, sprouted lentils, sprouted chickpeas, sprouted mung beans, and then put a lot of alka-geyser, 3 big glasses per day of alka-geyser, 3 16-ounce glasses of alka-geyser, and a lot of water. And know that this is a season that is going to pass. So I want to just tell you that, me, your coach, we all are very proud of you. You are doing an amazing, amazing, amazing job. Keep pushing. You are this close to have transformational, amazing results. I am sure that this is going to change your life, like it's been changing the life of thousands and thousands of people. So keep going. You are this close. The other side of the bridge is going to be full of victories and success. So keep going. I'm sending you a big hug. Thank your coach for being an amazing coach, and I want you to succeed. We are all here cheering for you, and I hope that one day you can tell me your own story about being a vegan and a vegetarian. I send you a hug and a kiss. Bye bye.